Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to do this continuous flower stitch using size 11 seed beads. So this is what it looks like, and it's just a continuous stitch. So I'm just going to show you how to do this today, and then you can turn yours into anything that you want. So you could do a bracelet, an anklet, a choker, even a long necklace. It'd be really nice just as a hanging long necklace like this. So once you know how to do the stitch, you can just keep going to whatever length you want for your project. Even a phone strap could be really cute. So to make this stitch, you need some size 11 seed beads in green for in between the flowers. This is the one I've been using. This is by Miyuki, 1456. I think it's called silver lined lichen or something like that. And then you need at least 3 colours for each flower. So you need the colour that goes in the middle. So I'm just using this nice bright yellow by Preciosa. And then I do 2 different colours for the petals. You could do just 1 colour. So you could do need at least 2 colours for each flower, but I use a darker colour in the middle and then a lighter colour on the edge of the petal. And this does not have a name. And this one, that's Preciosa. I think it's like, I don't know if it's Desert Rose, Dusky, something like that, Desert Rose. And then this is Miyuki Hex Cut 858, which is a size 11 hex cut bead. So the flowers are kind of different depending on what shaped beads you use. For this one I used round seed beads and hex cut beads. These ones I used round seed beads and then size 11 delica beads on the edge. So it really works with a variety of different shapes of size 11 seed beads. So let's get started. You will of course need thread and a needle to do this stitch. So I'm going to use a size 12 beading needle with my 6-pound fire line in crystal. And obviously depending on what you decide to turn yours into, you're going to have to experiment with how much thread you're going to need if you're doing a bracelet or choker or anklet. So I've threaded my needle onto my thread, laid my colours out, so green, yellow, and then the middle of the petal, the outside of the petal. Start by picking up 4 of your green beads, and this is going to be the same if you're doing bracelet, anklet, choker. If you're doing a continuous necklace, you want to start, when I get to the flower section, start with the 3 beads added for the middle of the flower rather than this, because this is the part we're going to attach the clasp to if you're doing a necklace with a clasp. But if you want it to be a long continuous necklace without a clasp, you can do that. You just don't want this little group at the start, because this is where the clasp is going to go. Okay, and then from here you want to slide that down. Did I even show you what to do? Sorry, I got carried away. So pick up 4, slide them down. You want to leave, I'd say 7 or 8 inches, because you're going to use this thread to attach the clasp at this end of your bracelet or necklace. And then you're going to come around and go up through the first 2. Pull that down. So you have that, and they should stay where they are in place. Now we're going to start the chain now. So it's up to you how big the gaps between the flowers are. For this example, I did 8 seed beads. It doesn't look like it, but they're on the back. 8 seed beads between each flower. But you can do a lot bigger gaps, or you could do them closer together, but there's not much give, so maybe you could only go down to 6 in between if you want them really close together. But for this, I'm just going to do the same as what I did before. So I'm going to pick up 8 of my... You can start with a flower right at the end as well if you don't want a gap, but I did find with this one, because the flower's there, it's a little bit harder to get a hold of it to fasten your own clasp. So if there had been a bit of a gap where it's just seed beads like this, it would have been a bit easier to hold on to when doing the clasp. So that's why I'm doing it a little bit differently this time. So picking up my 8 seed beads, and then I'm going to pick up 3 of my yellow and slide those all the way down. So we have this. Now you're going to come around and go back through all 3 of those yellow seed beads, and just make sure that stays pulled really tight here because you don't want gaps. So you have this. Now you want to kind of pop it around and then go back through the next bead as well in that circle or triangle of 3. So you have this, and if you've got a gap like I have, you just want to really tightly pull that down so there's no gap here. Then from there you're going to pick up one of your inner petal, two of your outer petal, and one of your inner petal. So you have this, and then you're going to go back into that bead that you're coming out of, but on the other side to where the thread's coming out. So in through the other side. So you have this, picking up that same sequence again. So inner petal, 2 of the outer petal, and 1 of the inner petal. This time, coming out of here, you're going to come around into the next yellow bead in that triangle. Pull this down. It's not going to fit perfectly, it's going to kind of stack on top, and that's absolutely fine. That's what we want to create the layered kind of petals. And then you're going to pick up the same sequence again. So inner, and then 2 outer petal colour, and then 1 inner colour. And go back into this yellow bead that you're coming out of, but on the other side. Pull that through. So right now we have this, picking up the same sequence again. And coming out of here, you're going to go straight through the next yellow one in that triangle. Just make sure the beads pull it all the way down. And pick up that sequence again. Pink, peach, peach, pink. Going back into this bead we're coming out of on the opposite side. Pull that all the way down. And then finally pick up that sequence one more time. And it's a little bit fiddly here because you're getting quite full with petals, but you're coming out of this one. You want to go through that first yellow bead where you first started, and just make sure, turn it on the back, it's a little easy to see, just make sure you're not going through any of these beads as well accidentally. Just want to go through the yellow one, pull it down, just make sure it's not twisted. Keep this pulled up tight as well, your tail thread. Pull it tight, and then you can kind of flatten your petals down. So that's the first flower finished. So then what you're going to do is pick up 8 or whatever your number is of your green. Slide them down. Make sure they go behind and meet the yellow bead at the back. And then same thing again. So picking up 3 of your yellow, slide those down, go through all 3 again, and through the first one again. And then you want to pull that really tight, make sure that's pushed snug up against the other beads, and this is pulled tight as well at the other end. And we're basically going to do the same thing again. So if you're doing a different colour each time, now you want to swap to your next flower colour. So inside colour, outside, outside, inside, back into the one you're coming out of, but on the opposite side. And you're basically doing that on all 3 of these middle beads, and you're doing that on the gaps in between them as well. So 6 petals per flower. So then pick up that same sequence again. This time coming out of here, we're going to go straight through the next one. Pick up the sequence, inner, outer, outer, inner. Go back into the bead you're coming out of, but on the opposite side. Pick up the sequence again. This time coming out of here, you're going to go straight through the next one. Just make sure they're not twisted. Picking up that sequence again. Going back into the bead you're coming out of, but on the opposite side. And finally picking up that sequence one more time. And coming out of here, you're going into that next yellow bead and coming out the back side, so you're ready to add your green beads. Okay, pull that down, pull it nice and tight. Each flower is going to look a little bit different as well, which is kind of nice. And then you're going to pick up your next group of green beads. Slide them down, and then you're ready to add your next flower in exactly the same way. So that is basically the stitch. It's really simple, really quick to do. It kind of grows really quickly, so it's a really nice one. It's really fast and easy to do once you get the hang of it, and you can do so many variations with the colours and get all your sparkliest beads out, because you can use a variety of different shaped seed beads, so your delica beads, your round beads, your hex cut beads, and each flower's unique and different, and when you just see them all together, it creates a really nice effect. Like, they're not perfect, but that's what makes them look like flowers. I think they're really nice. I particularly like this one. So that's got like it's got the yellow in the middle, then it's got a really dark colour and then a really light one. And I think it looks a bit like a cherry blossom. So you can really play around with the colours on this. So if you do make one, I would love to see what colours and designs you come up with. So please tag me on Instagram at Beading by Hannah. But now I'm going to show you what to do when you've got to the length that you want for your project. So we've already got the little group here at this end. So say this is the end of your bracelet, you'll add your last either flower or group of 8 green beads, and then whenever you're ready to add your clasp, you're going to pick up 4 green, slide them down, and go back up through the first 2 of those 4 that you just added. Slide that down so it meets the beads, there's no gaps. Go through the 2 on the other side, keeping it pulled tight all the time, and back up through the 2 on the other side. At this point you can pick up your clasp or jump ring. So just for the example, I'm going to pick up the jump ring. Now you're coming out of here, you're going to go down through the 2 on the other side, and then back up through the 2 on the other side, because you want to go through that again a couple of times, especially with the jump ring half of the clasp, just to make sure it's not going to slip off of the thread. Back through those 2 on the other side. And then just so that this is sitting a bit level, rather than the strand of beads being attached to this side, you want it in the middle. You're now going to go back down into those 8 beads, so ignoring the 4 at the top, going down into the beads, back into the bracelet, all the way along to that first flower. Pull that through, and when you pull it tight, it should then make it sit more in the middle. So it just finishes it off really nicely. And then to tie your knots, I would say weave your way back into a flower. So back into the yellow bead, that's part of that flower. Oops. And then you want to go up into one of the petals. And I'd say this is probably the best place to tie your knots. So just taking a needle under the threads, pulling it down till you've got a small loop, and go through that loop twice. Pull that really tight and then move through some more beads. Again, pulling it really tight so you can't see the knot. And then sewing around that flower and tying knots. Always move away from your final knot before you cut your thread. And then you want to thread your needle onto your tail end over here. Oops. And you've already got your little group of 4 here, so you don't need to do that. All you need to do is add your clasp, go down through here, back up, through it a few times, and then from this side you want to come down through the bracelet so that it centres it. Tie your knots and cut off the thread in the same way, and that is how you finish your project, whether that's bracelet, anklet or choker. And so I hope you've enjoyed learning how to do this stitch, and I'd love to see what creations you come up with. So like I said before, tag me on Instagram at Beading by Hannah, and you can follow me there, and like this video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to see more of my videos, and you can comment down below anything else you'd like to see. Thanks so much for watching everyone. See you next time.